Why? Even the error terms, these error terms here, they affect the second equation. Yeah. At the same time, the variables in the second equation, the Q, the constant P, C, even the error terms here, they also affect the first equation. So in such a case, we say that one assumption of OLS is violated. And this assumption is that we usually say that these variables, these independent variables, they are independent of error terms. But we have said that we have seen that in simultaneous equation, because the first equation depends on the second equation, and the second equation depends on the first equation, including the error terms. That means the variables in the first equation, they are affected by the error terms in the second equation, and the variables in the second equation are affected by the error terms in the first equation. That means the variables, the independent variables, are not independent of the error terms. They are not separate from the error terms. That means that assumption of OLS is violated. Yeah, that's why we are saying the variables in the endogenous is mixed up with the error term. Yeah, and therefore that assumption that the independent variables are separate from error terms is violated. And because of that violation, we cannot use OLS. We cannot use OLS if we have such variables. Now imagine we have quantity demanded, we have price, we have output, or we have, sorry, income. Then we have this other one, quantity supplied, we have price, and we have cost. Then we use OLS to run such equations. It means that the results that we get, they will be incorrect. That's why we are saying that in case now we have endogenous variable, we should not use OLS, or what we call the single regression model, because we have already violated one assumptions. And because we have already violated one assumptions, then the results that we will get, the inferences, the predictions that we make, they will be incorrect. They cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. So that is the whole explanation of the endogeneity problem. So in other words, or in a few words, it means that endogeneity problem, if we have endogenous variables in an equation, then we can no longer use OLS. We can no longer use OLS. We actually need to use the simultaneous equation. So that is the first problem, the problem of endogeneity.